Hey everyone, this is LittleCynic, or as many of you may now know me by, Paul. So I've never done one of these update videos. I don't really know how to go about it well, so I'm just gonna kind of ramble and hope it goes well. So I figured I'd do one of these just to kind of keep you guys updated and in the know of what I'm going to be doing in the future, what's currently going on, that sort of thing. So first I want to thank you all for the 31 Days of Halloween event. Thank you to everyone who followed me, watched me, supported me. It was a little bit of a bumpy ride, just because of recording issues and being really busy with work. I now work 2 jobs. I work at a bakery and at the hospital. So a lot of the time that unexpectedly caused me to be either really exhausted or just away from home all day, so I didn't have time to record or edit. At first, like with the Scooby-Doo videos, you'll notice I record using a headset, and that picked up on every little pop, hard PTSH sound, breathing. So that was a real challenge to edit. It took me hours. Later on I noticed I could record using a different microphone that made it so editing took about 20 minutes, which really, yeah, I'm glad I figured out, because there's no way in hell I could be editing that long for very long before getting sick of it. If you haven't seen the 31 Days of Halloween videos, feel free to check out the playlist, or if you just want to watch individual series, go ahead. Obviously you don't have to. It was pretty fun though. So in the future, just because there was a lot of games I didn't get to play like Amnesia, a bunch of Super Nintendo games I actually specifically bought for the event. Didn't get to play any of the Nintendo Land Luigi's Mansion minigame, which I figured was going to be really fun. But I just didn't have the time, and I just had enough episodes to cover the month. So I'll either record a bunch preemptively for next year, or maybe randomly throughout the year I'll just have a month of Halloween for no reason, because I'm weird like that. So who knows? I might just record them for funsies. I might record them for a weird Halloween event. Yeah. So we'll see how that goes. So the past week and a bit has been terrible. So at the Fallout pre-release, or early release, some guys budged in front of me, and for some reason I was really stressed, probably because of work or something. I actually ended up getting into a yelling match with them because I didn't really want to be treated like a doormat, and yeah, I didn't get kicked out of the store or anything like that. No one actually even seemed to notice, even though I was swearing up a storm and yelling at them, which is really weird for me. I'm not a confrontational person, so to actually call out a stranger and swear at their face and yell at them, really unlike me. And then later that night, my dinner actually fell into the garbage, so I was in no mood to play Fallout. I was basically like, fuck today, I'm going to sleep. I still regrettably haven't played Fallout at all yet. Mostly because I kind of want to record it, but I'm not sure how to go about it. I might record with my fiance where we do like a passing back and forth of the controller sort of thing, playing one character. Because those are always fun. Gives more commentary, because as I've noted, I'm not great at bantering with myself. It always feels kind of awkward. I'm not a great conversationalist with myself. I'm getting better. I really should take improv classes, but who knows. And then later on in the week, MSP, for those of you who don't know what that is, MSP is like the medical service plan. Apparently only my province does this in Canada, which is weird and bullshit. But basically, even if you make over, like, just a cent over what they consider the poverty line, you have to pay, like, a monthly fee. Apparently they've been sending my bills that I shouldn't even be getting, because I made, like, no money last year. They've been sending them to a wrong address, Apparently they decided that when I moved apartments, they would change the street address completely, so they've been saying it to just a wrong address, and then they started mailing it to my old address, so someone just has my mail and MSP info. And I called them after a while. I assumed it was a scam because I hadn't been getting any mail, that all these calls I'd been getting from them were a scam. But I got mail at my grandma's saying, "Oh, you owe us a huge debt." So I called them, and they assume I owe them $400. I don't, because I don't make that much money, and I haven't in years. And for some reason they assume I make like the max amount of money I could, because $400 for 6 months is ludicrous, and is assuming you're like rich in BC. I am definitely not rich. I wish I were, but I'm not. So I dealt with that the other day, just mailed them like a copy of my tax form saying, "Look, I don't make this much money, get off my back." So hopefully that'll go through, they'll just waive the 400, whatever. And then the other night, I woke up in the middle of the night with high blood sugar, because I'm diabetic. And while wandering through the living room, I stumbled over my webcam's cord, and it yanked right out of my USB slot, tearing a huge gaping hole in it. Quite frankly, I'm surprised I can even use the webcam right now, because in the actual plug, it had this. It tore the entire like blue piece out of the USB as well, and this was jammed in the plug. Luckily I could use tweezers and just pull it out, had no issues. So I'm lucky for that, but hopefully within the next few months I'll be getting a new motherboard. I wanted to get the same one, but apparently it's discontinued, even though it's great. So who knows, I might upgrade. Excuse me. So, an improvement. So the plans for the future, I'll be hopefully updating my logo and banner, because I stole the ones from Halloween. So it'll be nice to get that done. I'm gonna make a new intro, outro with new music that doesn't get claimed for copyright, even though it's royalty free, because that's bullshit, and YouTube seems to have a stick up its ass about copyright on things, and they just believe any fake dispute they've been getting lately, like a lot. I did dispute it, but the person enforced it and said that yes, no, I own this. I don't want to try and dispute that, because if I fail, I'll get an actual strike, lose my good standing, have to wait about half a year before I can do anything with my channel. So I'd rather not do that. So hopefully in the next couple weeks, hopefully, I'll be playing Fallout, maybe some Battlefront. I'll be recording it. Hopefully it'll be good. Who knows? I'm hoping to make like a character that just wields a single pistol, sneaks into a room, and kills a bunch of people, because the Gun Fu perk apparently just makes you really good if you target a bunch of different people. I'm hoping that's awesome. Anyway, I'll probably end here, but I really want to thank you all for supporting me. There's a few people I really do want to thank. First off, I want to thank Linktheinformer, who's been a mentor, inspiration, a teacher, a friend. I want to thank AwesomeJenn. I mostly met her the past couple months. She's been a really great, cheerful inspiration. She cheers me up. She's supportive. I love her. She's awesome. A great guy and friend, Jazzy. He's been streaming with me, Link, Jen. Got some great stories. Defends us from jerks and trolls. He's a good guy. And I also want to thank a few other awesome co-players like Ko Takachi, Renee Aramis, MaxinMaytrix. And even though he hasn't really had any like direct involvement, I want to thank Cornshack just for being another awesome streamer. He's kind of been supportive of the whole community, to be honest. He's one of the good guys who doesn't just go for all this clickbait and everything. Speaking of, I want to mention that's not why I'm going to be playing Fallout either. I'm not the type of guy who just likes playing view and clickbait. I'll be playing Fallout just because I want to play Fallout. It's apparently incredibly fun, so obviously I'm going to go for it. I'm going to continue to play indie games and older, unique retro games, just because I'm the type of person who really loves that sort of thing. I always feel it grasps my attention a lot. Like, sure, I'll watch all the popular stuff, but I'll always go and watch the older stuff just because I really find it interesting. And hell, a lot of the time indie games can be far more interesting than mainstream, huge budget games. Like, look at Undertale, for instance. It holds my attention really well. It has a great story, an awesome soundtrack. It's ridiculous. And it's really, really cheap. A lot of the time you get great value for what you're paying. Like, you get a great game. It's not expensive. I recommend checking out Humble Bundles every so often if you don't do that already. So I just want to thank everyone. Thank you to all my supporters, all my followers, all my subscribers. And just to let you know, in the future, hopefully within the next few weeks, I'll be updating my channel. I'll be starting a new series. And hopefully everything will get back on track. Hopefully these past couple weeks won't be much more than a memory in a little while. Technically all I have to do is fix my motherboard and everything else will be negligible. I know some of you have been having a rough couple weeks too. I hope things get better for you too. I'm sure it will. It just needs time. Everything will get better for all of us, I'm sure of it. Even though I'm cynical. Anyway, I'll see you all later. Stay tuned. The future looks bright. Good games, etc. And remember, keep it a little cynic.